Hello students, and today I am going to teach you computer class 5, and it's the revision of chapter 1, and the name of the chapter is Evolution of Computers. I hope you all are fine. Let's start. Evolution of computer. Every aspect of our life in this present era has been influenced by the most advanced machine known as computer. It is used by scientists, engineers for complex calculations, very expensive. But nowadays, earlier they were very expensive. Nowadays they are very cheap and affordable by small organization and even individuals. Computer has become a basic necessity because of their use at almost every workplace. Computers are used in banks, hospitals, media, entertainment, industries, schools, homes, space technology, research, railways, airports, and so on. The term computer is derived from the word compute, which means to calculate. But a computer is not limited to perform any calculations. A computer is a versatile device that can handle different applications at the same time. Do you know how a computer came into existence? The present day computer is entirely different from the earlier devices that were invented for doing calculations. Let us glance through the major milestone in the journey leading to the evolution of present day computer. History of computers. The need to keep track of the numbers and led to the invention of different kinds of calculating devices. Right from the abacus, the first counting devices, many devices were invented and led to the development of today's computer. So we will study and look one by one early computing devices. So first of all we will see about abacus. As you can see in picture, this is known as abacus, and it was the first calculating mechanical device, and it was developed in China. It was made up of wooden frame with rods, each having beds, and the frame is divided into two parts, heaven and the earth. As you can see in the picture, each rod in heaven has two beds and each rod in earth has 5 beds. And the abacus, it was used for addition, subtraction, multiplication and division. Then Pascaline calculator was invented by French mathematician named Blaise Pascal, and on his name it called Pascal's calculator or Pascaline. At the age of 19, in the year 1642, he invented the machine. It used gears, wheels and dials. Numbers were displayed by rotating the wheels, and it was capable of performing addition and subtraction. The gear principle was further employed in many mechanical calculators, and you can see taximeter is an example of that type of mechanical calculator. In that, wheels rotate and numbers are displayed, so you can see the meter in taxi. Then here it is given in 1617 John Napier made a calculating device, a set of rectangular rods called Napier bones. It was also invented. The rods were made up of carved bones which were used for performing addition, subtraction, multiplication, division and square roots. Leibniz calculator. It was invented by a famous German mathematician, improved on Pascal's machine in 1671. Leibniz calculator was a mechanical device, and apart from performing addition and subtraction, the Leibniz calculator even could perform multiplication, division and find square roots. So much more advanced than the Pascaline calculator. Then we will see difference engine and analytical engine. Charles Babbage, a British mathematician and is also known as father of computer, he invented a working model of mechanical computer called difference engine in 1822 and analytical engine in 1833. The analytical engine had 5 units: input, output, store, mill and control. And these units worked like the modern computer. Modern computer also work on input, output, store, processing, control, all these things. Well, all the computers which are used nowadays are based on it. Store was used for storing data and mill was for the calculating unit. Control unit was used for supervising all the units. Boolean logic. George Boole was an English mathematician. He realized that the complex mathematical problems could be solved by reducing them to a series of questions having either positive or negative answers. So he linked them with a binary number system and represented the positive result by 1 and negative result by 0. This theory of Boolean logic became the fundamental principle for the design of computer circuitry. So nowadays computer work on the machine language. Computer understand machine language means it understands only two binary numbers 0 and 1. 1 means on and 0 means off. So this is based on the theory of George Boole's English mathematician's theory. Means 1 means on and 0 means off. Then tabulating machine. Herman Hollerith, an American statistician, invented a machine called a tabulating machine. It was capable of reading data, processing it and giving desired output. The input was given through punch cards and the punch cards were used to record and store data or information. You can see tabulating machine here in the picture. After that, Mark I was invented. Howard Inken was a primary engineer in IBM. IBM is a computer company and who developed the first automatic sequence controlled calculator, the Mark I in 1944, and it was capable of executing long computations automatically. Then ENIAC, ENIAC, Electronic Numerical Integrator and Computer. The first general purpose electronic digital computer was invented by John Mauchly and Presper Eckert in 1946. It consisted of 18,000 vacuum tubes and was 1,000 times faster than the Mark I, earlier computer invented calculator, and it could add two large number in 200 microseconds. And this is the picture of ENIAC. Then EDSEC. EDSEC was electronic daily storage automatic calculator designed by Professor Sir Maurice Wilkes at the University of Cambridge on May 6, 1949. This computer ran the first graphical computer game nicknamed Baby. Then EDVEC, Electronic Discrete Variable Automatic Computer, is modern type of computer came into existence with John von Neumann's development of software written in binary code. It was the John von Neumann who started the practice of storing data and instructions in binary code. From here, the binary codes were started to store the information in the memory. Neumann joined hands with Presper Eckert, American electrical engineer, and John Mauchly, American physicist, in a consulting role, and EDVEC was built using binary code in 1950. It was an improved version of ENIAC. EDVEC's concept for storing different programs on punch card led to the advancement of computers that we know today. UNIVAC, Universal Automatic Computer, was the world's first commercially available computer designed by J. Presper Eckert and John Mauchly in 1951. It was the first computer to handle both numeric and text data. It was also the first computer that was equipped with magnetic tape unit and used the buffer memory. Generations of computer. Now the computer generations are divided into 5 parts, so we will see one by one. First generation computers based on vacuum tubes, and these computers used magnetic tapes to store data. These computers relied on machine language to perform any operation and could solve one problem at a time. Machine language means language that consists of binary code 0 and 1. Input was based on punch card and paper tapes, and output was displayed on printouts. These computers were slow, expensive, and large in size and consumed a large amount of energy. For example, UNIVAC, ENIAC, and EDVAC. Then comes the second generation computer. Vacuum tubes were replaced by transistor in second generation transistors. Like the first generation computers, these also relied on magnetic tape, and second generation computers moved from machine language to assembly language, which allowed the programmers to specify instruction in words. Fortran, COBOL, basic languages came into existence in this generation. Punch cards and paper tapes were used as input devices, and output were presented through printouts. These computers were faster, cheaper, and smaller, and more efficient than the first generation computers. And examples of these generation computers were IBM 1400, IBM 350, etc. Then came third generation computer, and it was from 1964 to 1971. ICs were repleted with the transistors. Magnetic disks were used for the storage from magnetic tapes, and Pascal RPG languages came into use during this time. These computers were small in size, had huge storage capacity, higher calculating speed, and reliability than previous generation computers. Keyboard was used as an input device instead of punch cards, and whereas monitors and printers were used as output devices instead of printouts. IBM 360, Apple I, Altair are some examples of third generation computers. So, fourth generation computer. The fourth generation computers, the present day computer, are based on very large scale integrated circuits called microprocessor. High capacity magnetic disks are used for stored data. Input is done through keyboard, mouse, and scanner. Beside monitor and printer, various new devices such as plotters, speakers have evolved as output devices. These devices and computer can be linked together to share storage capacity, space, data, etc. The use of microprocessors resulted in decrease in size and increased efficiency. So the size of computer was reduced. These computers are portable, you can carry anywhere, reliable, and cheapest among all the other generations. Example of this generation computer is Apple Macintosh, IBM PC, etc. Then fifth generation computer. Fifth generation computers involve artificial intelligence, where computer can behave, think, and react in the same way as humans do. These computers are still in development, though there are some applications such as voice recognition that are being used today, as you can see in KBC. And the goal of fifth generation computer is to develop devices that respond to natural languages input and to intimate human reasoning. Characteristics of a computer features. A computer system is better than human beings as it possesses the following capabilities. Speed. Speed is the amount of time taken by computer in completing the task. A computer works very fast and can do large large number of calculation quickly as compared to a human being. Computers are classified on the basis of instructions that are executed per second. Accuracy. Accuracy refers to the degree of perfection of operations performed by a computer. Computers do not commit errors, mistakes, and are capable of handling complex instructions accurately. If the data fed into the computer is wrong, it may produce an inaccurate result. So, computer never do mistakes. If you feed wrong instruction, then it will give inaccurate result. Reliability. Reliability refers to the quality of computer system to perform consistently well and complete its allotted duties on time without experiencing any system failure. In case of any failure in computer system, there is a provision for immediate backup of information and programs. So, it can work consistently, regularly, okay, and complete all the works within allotted time. Versatility. A computer can perform a variety of tasks. Therefore, it can be used in almost all fields in education, science, technology, business, finance, accounts, communication, etc. Means versatility means able to do variety of tasks. Storage. Storage is the capacity of computer to hold the data, to store the data. A computer can store large amount of data which can be used anytime. You can store data into a computer through various external and internal devices such as hard disk, CD, DVD, pen drives, RAM, ROM. A hard disk can store maximum amount of data. Among these devices, the maximum amount of data that can be stored depends on the devices chosen by the user. Diligence. A computer is non-respondent to human factors like fatigue, tiredness, it never gets tired, or boredom. It can work repeatedly and efficiently for long hours without taking rest. Multitasking means you can do more than one work at the same time. For instance, one can enjoy listening music while typing in MS Word or while working on any other package. Limitations of computer. Few limitations are also there. If benefits and features characteristics are there, then limitations are also there. Incapability to think. A computer cannot think and take decision on its own. In case of any error, it cannot take an alternative action. No intelligence. Unlike human beings, a computer has no IQ. It needs instructions at every step, so it cannot perform it on its own. Dependence on power. A computer is an electronic machine, thus it is depend on power and it makes it costly. So this is the chapter, and I think so it is clear to you, and I will take a video class for this also live, and we will do the revision and we will complete the remaining course also. So I think you understood. So till then, goodbye, thank you, have a nice day.